How's it going, everyone? Fancy seeing you all here again. It's like I keep coming back, you keep coming back. Good to see everyone. Another bright and sunny day to fly close to the sun, isn't it? Just flying right into the center of the sun, this crypto thing. Oh, I got a lot to go over. Actually, I'm excited. I get into did a poll earlier. I just posted about are you setting limit orders or have you given up completely on this thing? What's happening, Chad? Number one in the chat today, man. You are number one in muscles. Gotta get you a muscle milk sponsorship, man. I don't monetize, but you, however, you have potential. I mean, you've already kind of went to the peak. You've hit all the valleys. You went to the peak. You did all the flexes, but Muscle Milk, they got money, and who knows? They'll probably turn into a Bitcoin company eventually. Anyways, won't they? Ivo Boars, Jib Jib Vroom. That is an interesting sound if that's what you're making. Anyways, everyone, let's look at let's take a look at Bitcoin. Let's look at Bitcoin. Oh my gosh, did it go below 40K? But sir, I was promised Bitcoin would go up. Well, this is a sad chart. I got to say, looking at it, 2% down on the daily, 9% down on the week. Look at that. 9% down the week, 11% down in the month. Wow, look at that. Look at that. However, if you look farther than a month away, 6 month, 1 year. I talked about this so much on the show before. Back in, what was it? Back in, it's a little bit further than that, actually. So January, wait, 25K. Yeah, so what we hit? We hit around 15, 16, 17K in November 22. Yeah, so about 16 months ago. This thing is done, 3x? Around the 3x in 16 months. I don't know. It's almost like the ETFs. I do think the ETFs will bring in, the whole thing, right, is bringing in billions of dollars. It's bringing in billions of dollars of institutional capital and getting people exposure, the whole 1% thing. If everyone just puts 1% of this portfolio, now that's confirmed, all that stuff. It's one of those things that why would it happen eventually? Or why would it happen immediately? Like, why wouldn't it take time? Why do institutions do anything fast? I never see them do anything fast. Anyways, bear with me this morning. My voice is always most fantastic first thing in the morning when I haven't spoken much. Wow. So Bitcoin is down. Amazing. I don't even look at the altcoin charts. I know every time I go to other streams and live streams, I see people, always go to CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap or something. They're looking at all the altcoins. I don't know. I'm just I'm like into PulseChain right now. This PulseChain thing, I kind of just stay within here. So I just, like, when I want to look at, I don't look at the prices very often. And I don't look at, I have been more lately because they've been up so much. Now down a little bit, of course, but when I do want to look at the broader ecosystem, I look at the PulseChain ecosystem for the most part. And so when I go there, I just go to Dex Screener, look at PulseChain, and you can sort by transaction, sort by volume, liquidity up 24 hours, all that stuff. So anyways, got some red. If we go to Pulse, got some red here. So this is 24 hours. Again, I think this is a real test too. I want to see if, I've been asking this question, are we going to stay green if everything else goes south, or at least takes a dip or goes sideways until the happening, all this stuff? Is the PulseChain ecosystem going to turn green? I'll get into a lot of interesting things around that in a minute, but 7 days down, 30 days, still killing it. Inc, 190% in 30 days, still killing it. We're still killing this ecosystem. Now, are we going to keep killing it? I don't know. I don't give financial advice. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't have one of those that I've released to show you today. But I can tell you what we did so far, and historically speaking, boy, I'm not sad. It's a little annoying. It's like, oh, but what? I thought our whales were back. I thought they're going to buy. Yeah, that's a hope. That's nice to have. That's something that I it's still not went away either, guys. The two benevolent whales we have in the ecosystem are here. I don't know if you guys have noticed. Team Godwell is back on Twitter. Like, I don't feel like people talk about this enough. Team Godwell. Team Godwell PulseChain. Is it Godwell team? Oh my gosh, I can't remember. Google for team Godwell HEX Twitter. Is it the real Godwell? Okay, and his name is Team Godwell. Gotcha. He's back on Twitter. Look at this. He don't have any tweets, but he has replies. He was replying to the scam Richard Hart one of this that got a whole bunch of engagement. Godwell's thing got more likes than the scammer one. It's amazing. The scammer one had like a bunch of stuff. Amazing. So his first, yeah, amazing. So anyways, Godwell back on Twitter. We've seen benevolent whales, that way related wallets and stuff, making moves. Guys, I'm not running to the exits. I'm not clicking sell when the two biggest whales in the ecosystem are buying and tweeting, bro. You never know when you're going to get another Godwell candle. You never know. If you look at, let's see, I'll just do HEX on TradingView. I don't really look at HEX a lot. I know Dex Screener has it too, but I just want to show. I think it's cool. I like the interface for TradingView here. Let's do all time. Again, just to show you what HEX did before. Anyone new here? Look what it did before. And the community has only grown. We only have PulseChain now. We only have all these content creators. I mean, who knows? Will we repeat? Who knows? But Godwell's back, and he has a metric ton of stake in this ecosystem. And he has basically no liquidity for 14 years. 14.1 years is the average stake. It's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask or mention. Do you have limit orders set on PulseChain? Chat, help me out here. Give me a yes or no in the chat. I'll wait for you before we move on. Have you seen omnis.tetra.win? That, did I spell it wrong? Omnis? Oh my gosh, is it .run? Jeez. Fail. Okay, omnis.tetra.run. I have to redo this poll. All right, I'm going to redo it. It's ridiculous. Can't even give people the right link. Well, you know what? I kind of do blame the domains. There's all kinds of different ones. I never know what to use. I wish they would actually forward them too. Give me just a sec. So fun. So fun. I love having to fix tweets. Sorry to everyone who answered it before. If you please answer it again, that would be fantastic. This one. Okay. Cool. Yeah. All right, new one. You guys get to be the first ones to answer it too. I didn't even see the results of the previous one. Okay, not moving on until somebody gives me an answer in the chat. So we can do this as long as you like. Give me a yes or no. Do you have limit orders set for HEX PulseChain and PulseX on omnis.tetra.run? Let me double check the link again. Okay, it works. Glad I saw that actually. So right here, you set limit orders. It's awesome. You can do it by ratios. You can do it by, USD value, whatever it is. Pulse. You do be like, I want to get, if you want to do it by USD, you just do it with DAI, for example, and say, let's see what the market value. Let's say you have $100 worth of DAI, and say you want to do, let's see, can I do it per DAI? Okay, so 4 zeros, 4 zeros 9. Is that where we're at? Yeah, what is the current price right now? So we're at 993. So 993. Yeah, so 993 is the current price. So if you want to get it at less, so again, you look here, 4 zeros 993. If you want to buy it at 4 zeros 9616, for example, 3% off, 6% off market value. If you think it's going to go down here, 8%, whatever it is, then you can set a limit order, and it's awesome. And it's got an expiration date. You pay a little bit of gas, and then once you set it, you'll have a history here, and then you can see, did it get filled? The ones that are currently open. If you want to close them, it's awesome. It really is. I've used it. I've tried it for ratio trading, bunch of different stuff before. So it's really cool. And it's like, I don't know. I don't know why people aren't using this more often. I think they're starting to get around to it. I think it's just because it's new and people are starting to understand. Like, everyone's like, oh, we want limit orders. We want limit orders. And then, okay, you have limit orders. And everyone's like, we just want the price to go up. It's like, well, it's like, do you want to get a good deal when the price goes down? That's what limit orders do. If you believe it's going to go up more than what you paid for it when it goes down, for example. So you're just, you can market buy, but it's like, if you think the price is going to go down, or you think there's dips, or the price went up and you missed the price that you want to get in at, then you could set a limit order for the price that you do want. So if it does dip again, it will go there. So, I don't think, at some point people start saying, buy now, it's not going down anymore. I'm not sure we're there yet where people actually say that a lot. Right now, everyone's like, certainty, uncertainty, all that stuff. But anyways, getting Pulse at a better price, like, it's awesome. So for example, when it was, let's see, when Pulse was more than, so when Pulse was 1427, if you market bought it here, you would have got it at 3 zeros 1427, or whatever the liquidity was at the time, somewhere around that range. But then when it dipped down here, if you had a limit order set, so let's say the price was here and you set a limit order for, down here, you want to get it at 1.2. You're like, we went up a lot. Maybe it's time to for a dip at some point. The market doesn't look good, whatever. I think we're correlated. I think we're decorrelated. However your thesis is. And you set a limit order for 0.001210, or if you said, okay, I only want to buy it when it goes below SAC rate. Well, you would have hit your limit order, would have picked you up some Pulse below SAC rate, and you wouldn't have had to buy it here, again, assuming it goes down. At some point, it may not go down as much, again, historically speaking, but right now it is below SAC rate. So the break even boys, let's see what they do. But we have the tools. Like, you most of the time, I think we have pretty much all the tools. I'm still waiting for the Tetra. So this is the Tetra, basically like DEX aggregator, right? It aggregates different liquidity pools and gives you the best order, kind of like Pidius, stuff like that. But the cool thing here, again, is it has limit orders. So, and more features here too. May have, Neil's talked about compound limit orders and all that stuff as well. But Tetra is actually DeFi automation even more than this. So this is like this is like phase 1 or whatever, where you have Omnis, you have the ability to do this stuff and more advanced limit orders. And then there's Tetra staking. There's the Tetra token I've talked about a lot before as well. You search RHMax Tetra if you want to get more information. But I really like the ecosystem and the token. One of the few around that I really like. Ruben says, "Can you explain what a T-shirt is and how to do it?" I can't explain in detail what a T-shirt is and give you the best answer possible. But if you search for what a T-shirt is, you get a very technical answer. But essentially, the more T-shirts you have, let's see, let me do hex calc. So it'll maybe I'll give you a basic view of why T-shirts matter. How about that? So, for example, this is EHEX, but if you wanted to stake, so T-shares represent, you get longer pays better, bigger pays better. The more hex you stake, the bigger you stake, the longer you stake, the more T-shares you get. T-shares your percentage of the yield in the pool during the day. There's daily payouts, all this stuff. There's a bunch to it. But what's most important is, so say you have 100,000 hex. Let's say you want to stake it for 100 days, for example. And let's say the price does a 10x just from where it is now. So with 100,000 hex and 100 days, you would have 3 T-shares. And yeah, if the price, this is just estimated payout. If the price went up, your current value is to get that is around $750, $760. And then if it went up that much with all your yield and all that stuff, could turn into that. So the more T-shares you get, again, the more yield you get, all that stuff. So if you do bigger, for example, you do 1 million instead of 100,000, you get 33 T-shares. And you can see instead of, let's see, what was it before? Oops. I got to refresh the form. So before, if we did 100K, your bonuses, 5,000, you get the longer pays better bonus, stuff like that. You do 1 million, it becomes, much bigger, right? Like the mining bonuses, all the numbers just go up. The more expected ROI, for example, here, total payout ROI, it's 975. Also 975, over APY. Where was I going to say? Yeah, the yield 2000. So let's look at yield 2000. Yeah, yield 22,000. Anyways, longer pays better, bigger pays better, more percentage of pool. Daily payouts come, and you have more T-shares. That's per. The name of the game is T-share accumulation, T-share preservation. Again, I'm just trying to give you, like, as a new user, you sound new, so I'm just trying to give you an idea of like how this stuff matters. So yeah, T-share rate 31,000. So if we do, to get 1 T-share, let's see, 31,000. So if we do 31,725 for 1 day. So at least 31,725 around the T-share rate for 1 day will give you 1 T-share. And again, it just goes on. You do more days. So that we talked about, bigger pays better, do longer pays better. Again, all your stuff goes up 10 days, 100 days, 1,000 days. That's when you really start getting into the gains. And watch the stream I did with, I did a HEX deep dive, HEX and PulseChain deep dive with Crypto Kong yesterday. And he, at the end of it, he brought up the hexfire.io, like future projections type of thing. And why it's actually pretty interesting why 10-year stakes, because you don't get any more bigger pays better, longer pays better when you do, or you don't get any more longer pays better when you do 15-year versus 10-year. So everyone's like, oh, why would you do 15-year? Why not just do 10-year? But your T-share preservation, and you get exposed to the bonuses and the merchant stakes, and you just get exposed to a lot more. And you don't get the same rate. Like when you stake, you don't get the same rate. If you did the same stake and stuff that at a later time horizon. So it's like compound interest simulation. It's pretty amazing. It's the HEX contract is like really a work of art, the way it's put together, and made. So the point is, longer pays better, bigger pays better. You know, if you lock it up, you earn interest trustlessly. You mint your own coins, you burn your own coins. True DeFi ecosystem, and a T-share is just a critical part of the yield piece of it, and accumulating, monetizing time, right? So that is the basic what you need to know about T-share. And again, just search on YouTube. There's plenty of like T-share explainer videos. Actually, I think Hex Explained has. I'm sure they have a really good one. Let's do Hex Explained T-share. I think they did a recent one. So yeah, I mean, Richard explains it. Where's the Hex Explained one now? Hex Explained. Stop correcting me, auto correcting me. Where is the channel? Look for the channel, Hex Explained. Is it just Hex Explained? Crypto Hex Explained. Okay. So if you go here, yeah, this is a really good one. I would recommend this one, and it's a newer one too. If you like new stuff. So I'll put this in the chat. Good question. It's like a lot of these things, a lot of these fundamentals and stuff, we just barely talk about it anymore. I'm glad people make new videos, because the new people coming in, they want to, you know, a lot of people want to see new videos. For some reason, that seems more valuable, although it doesn't change. Like Hex doesn't change as far as the T-share and stuff goes. But yeah, really recommend checking that out. Great video. Anyway, let me go to the chat. Greetings from the Netherlands. Love your dedication, architects, on all these months. It is our time. Appreciate that, Crypto 1908. Dedication makes sense to me. I was talking about it yesterday. You know, is Hex cult, PulseChain cult, all this stuff. It's like, you know, what does that even mean? What does it mean? Mean you're loyal to a brand? Are there people in a Nike cult because they like the shoes? They buy a bunch of Jordans. Like, I don't know, if you like it, you like it. If it works for you, and you know, I think the cool thing about Hex versus buying Jordans is, you know, I believe, you know, everyone believes what they want. I believe we barely even scratched the surface of what this thing can do, as far as price, as far as community, as far as everything else. Again, not financial advice of any sort, but I think there are a ton of people that can tell you in depth why they believe Hex will do very well in comparison to many other cryptos. And it's not a meme coin. And meme coins, a lot of people are interested in those. I'm not. I'm interested in NFTs. I'm interested in game theory, mechanics, trustless yield. I hope all these projects make the ecosystem, make the PulseChain ecosystem even greater. But the premier product is Hex. It'll always be Hex. And because nothing beats it. Nothing beats Hex, in my opinion. A lot of cool projects out there. I've talked about a few of the ones I like, and I've talked about on the show extensively. So appreciate that. Astro369, appreciate you, man. Appreciate that. Hex greater than the Fed. Yes. It's like a certificate deposit, more fundamentals. Yeah. People talked about that. I mean, you could think about it as a CD, high interest CD type of thing, where you earn in Hex instead of dollars. You can think about it as, I mean, there's different bond mechanics too. There's derivatives. I mean, gosh, there's a Hex T-share is just one piece of it that doesn't change. And there's all these things built on top of it. There's all the derivatives, Maximus products, Hedron products. I mean, over the past couple of years, we went pretty deep into a lot of the derivatives as well. So, you know, you can think of Hex having a bond market, think of all these things. Actually, maybe I should bring up the Hex. By the way, when Hedron V2, I love this meme. I had to make it. I'm like, this is so perfect. I got it. And Alex just did a stream. So there's a good shot to get some new picks, some current picks too. And I'm like, 2 chains, right? Ethereum PulseChain. Gonna connect the 2 chains. Yeah. Let me go to, I've been doing some infographics which, oh God. All right, this is I always want to click home out of habit. This is my streaming account though. Where is, yeah. So another thing, if you're doing HEX versus Bitcoin, for example, yeah, just a few things. Obviously, a little bit biased towards HEX because I made this for our community, not for the Bitcoin community. But I think a lot of things you can see opportunity in. Again, price, huge price difference, of course, supply difference too. You got to factor that in. Whatever. Use market caps. Use network effect. Use all these other metrics to measure that. But newer, community backed, all kinds of stakers. I'll get into some of the charts here in a minute. Benevolent Well, I talked about that too. We have like 2 active benevolent wells right now that just became active. If you were to tell me there's this ecosystem that has these huge wells that, on the net have only tried to do positive things for the most part for the ecosystem that we can see on chain, all this stuff. And they were dormant for a long time. And then they came alive. I would say that's good news. I would take that as good news. I'm not saying we need them. I'm not saying we're going to rely on them. But boy, I'm glad they're around. So yeah, you don't have to stake for 15 years. That's the maximum. You can stake for a day, a year, whatever you want. Trustless yield operates flawlessly on Ethereum and PulseChain. HEX.com, baby. I love it. Love HEX.com. Let's talk about Go Real DeFi real quick too. If you want to buy HEX, PulseChain, PulseX on Go Real DeFi, not only can you launch the apps, you can click here, go to click buy. That'll take you to HEX Scout. There's a lot of different ways to buy it. You can use 0x Coast for fiat on ramp. I tend to focus on, for new users, the easiest way to buy it. You can buy it with your bank card. You can trade it with other crypto, Ethereum, all that stuff too. And then for PLS, there's also, I like this Pulse coin list. And they give you different ways. You can sort here if you want to buy it with fiat, buy it with Ethereum. Like, for example, buy it with fiat. Click that. That'll show you all the options with Change Now, StealthX, Kanga, Coast, all this stuff to buy it with fiat. Great resource. And then with PulseX, with PulseX, I just put, for example, with PulseX, I'm not sure if you can buy on the other ones, but I believe so. PulseX is, I guess the way to buy it now is just get Pulse, because it is the premier DEX on Pulse. So it's kind of like how do I buy Uni token? Well, you probably need Ethereum. I'm sure there's some fiat connected exchanges that trade it too, but PulseX for now. I just wanted to forward it to gopulse.com/x because that is a place where you can trade some Pulse to get PulseX, whatever you want to do. So kind of try to not have much overlap, but also point people to all the best resources. And again, of course, 0x Coast. I tweeted about that earlier for fiat on ramp. It's just a little bit of barrier of entry for newer users. So once they're in the ecosystem, definitely native stable coins connect to your, going through your bank there and stuff. I think that'll catch on a lot more. But right now, I think Change Now and stuff for new users to get them in without getting them bored and getting them to click on dog picks and buy those. I think HEX Scout and Change Now and stuff are good options. Time to scoop up the dip. That's what we talked about for limit orders, man. And it's true. You can. A lot of people, they think the price is going to go up. They tend to buy the lower price and sell the higher price. That's what seems like a strategy that have won historically for many people over time. It's up Tim Top. Welcome. Retest stack price, Archie says. Yeah. We shall see. Team Godwell. God, I'm excited. Every time I see Team Godwell, it gets me more excited. Where are the prices? Let's go to, just sitting around SAC price right now for PLS. And still way below for PulseX. Ink, there was no SAC. So remember when Ink used to be $70, $80? Yeah. Super low. If you care about market cap, 38 million market cap. And that was extreme. That had to be like 10 million, 15 million the other day. at the lows like a few weeks ago. Just crazy. Congrats to everyone who bought the bottom, by the way. Congrats. I hope we have a lot more to go, but man, that's like that, right? So is crypto dead? I don't know. What do you guys think? I know our ecosystem isn't dead. We are very, very, very much alive. And oh yeah, nobody answered this question. I totally forgot. Guys, I'm serious. I'm not moving on. Answer this poll for me. Tell me in the chat. You don't have to go there and click it yourself. That's cool too. But tell me yes or no in the chat, so I can see that. I want to see the results too, because now we got some more votes. So I'll do some elevator music while we wait. Dun 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 dun. Beep boop beep beep boop beep 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 boop beep boop 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 boop. Thank you, Archie. See, Archie wanted me to stop, so thank you for that. No, wow, it's bullish on limit orders. Bullish on limit orders. Yeah, wow, that is out of 17 or 16. Well, I mean, I don't know if Archie already voted, but really, wow. The link does work, right? Okay, just gonna make sure. All right. Should have said yes. No, thank you for your honesty. That's good data. Like I said, if you had said yes, I've been less bullish, Archie. I've been like, no, there's less people who know about this. There's less people who have used it yet. So we got way more to go. Speaking of using it, let's go to apphex.win. One of my favorite places to go for charts. A lot of people's favorite place to go for charts. If you're ever feeling down, go to apphex.win. So check this out. Just yesterday, 7,000 new active wallets on PulseChain. The day before yesterday, 12,000 active new wallets. 3,000, 9,000, 5,000, 4,000, 3,000. 19,000 in November. That was last year. That's old news. 19,000, old news. It was 15,000, 26 December. Everyone talked to their family at Christmas and like, hey, get on PulseChain. Good job on that. Every day, I don't know how people can't. Again, if you just look at the price and it goes down, well, of course, that's how you're going to feel. If you look at the stats in the community and these numbers, 12,000 people 2 days ago started transacting on PulseChain. That's what this chart assumedly shows. Amazing. So look at this chart. Look at this trend line. You don't like the price chart? Look at this trend line. Basically since the start of the year. Let's say January 1st. Look at this chart. Daily active wallets. This chart. Where's this chart going? I'm not a TA guy. Where's this trending? Where have we seen it trend so far? Look at that. Amazing. Transactions are way up. Volume is way up. We were talking about this yesterday with Kong too. Just amazing. Amazing. 750,000 on January 15th. Yeah, that's when everything started really waking up. Wow. Supply chain. We were net deflationary here. We got net deflationary a couple times here as well. I'm excited for that. The burn. Pretty good. I mean, validators getting paid. I like that too. There's a lot of reasons to be happy about volume and otherwise. Amazing. You can be a validator. So yeah, you can't, there's no native way, there's no portal to go to. I mean, I say this, there actually is a portal to make a deposit, to stake your PLS, but it's just totally different than HEX. Is it totally different? I don't know. We keep saying that. I guess how to do it is totally different because, okay, so staking HEX versus staking PLS. PLS, you need to run a validator or delegate, get someone to run your validator. Or I know there's community protocols and stuff coming up for that. I'm very excited for the rocket pool and stuff from Alex from Hedron. But yeah, you essentially right now to stake PLS need to be a nerd, set up some hardware, do all that stuff. And for HEX, you have to be less of a nerd and just buy HEX and then go to the app, right? Go to gorealdefi.com, click the HEX app. And then, if you connect your wallet, I'm not going to connect it right now, but connect your wallet, type in how much you want to stake, how many days. You got the app.icosa.pro. That also does this, gives you interface for Hedron, Icosa. You can see your Watsas, all your stakes, all the stuff there, make HSIs, all this stuff too. So yeah, staking PLS, you can stake your PLS. It's just, there's a bigger barrier of entry. So if we go to GoPulse, we can clearly see plenty of people. Lots and lots of people are staking their PLS. Look how many PLS stakers we have. We need to start saying that. PLS stakers. We have 52,000 different. There's not 52,000 different people or 52,000 different servers. There's 52,000 different instances of validators. So you could have several or more than one instance of a validator on a server. You could have 100 different validators on one server. But 52,000, strength of the network. That's how to look at it. APR 10%. I would say it's closer to 5 to 8%. We don't have a lot of good APR numbers right now. I mean, just a lot of different people doing it. I have validator script, of course, but I don't have any graffiti on mine, so mine won't show up in the metrics. Although I think a lot of people use it. Validator balance, so about 32,000 to be a validator right now. So if the PulseChain, again, if you want to be a validator, if you want to be like an OG validator or a Genesis validator, or if you want to be a validator running your own hardware, if PulseChain does a 10x, it's going to take $32,000 to be a validator. We're eventually, if PulseChain price goes up, it's going to be more expensive to be a PulseChain validator than an Ethereum validator, unless the network changes, unless the consensus rules change, we fork, or whatever happens. So for PLS, more than anything, it seems like right now we need rocket pool fork from Alex and projects that are good projects that are doing stuff like that. Because if you want to make any APR, you're running out of time. So if you're going to be a validator and you believe the price is going to go up, it's staring you in the face right now. Like this could literally, price does a 10x, $32,000. That's unaffordable for most people. What's up, Lemire? How do you view your stake? Are you talking about HEX stakes? Because a HEX stake, you go to the HEX app, you go to HEX Scout, for example. HEX Scout's pretty new and pretty awesome. So you go to hexscout.com/portfolio. You can view your HEX stake. We can look at Godwell's HEX stake. His amazing amount of HEX. Dude has 170 million net worth, and that's a HEX at these down 97%. He still has this much. Dude, he's a 10x and he's back to being a billionaire. No liquidity right now. However, over time, again, what if you sell the houses at once? It goes to zero, right? Like he couldn't sell if he wanted to because he's staked for 14 years. Dude has 14 years, 46K daily. Never gets tired saying that. Every year, $17 million worth of he accrues in value from HEX. Amazing. Well, where's all his liquid? $93. This was $56 the other day. Hey, it's $93. I guess the price went, up a little bit. Just amazing. Godwell, the Chad of Chads, the Chad of Wells, the Chad of the sea. You're awesome, man. I've never seen anyone do anything like this. No one has believed in a product as much and put their money where their mouth is as much as Godwell. I welcome any other person to tell me otherwise. This guy literally believed in the product. He got a bunch of it. He's an old ETH well. He staked it out for 14 years. 14, 15 years. Yeah, amazing. So anyways, you can view your stake here. If you have your portfolio, you can type in your address, you can connect your wallet, all that stuff. Really good place. Definitely recommend HEX Scout. It takes you step by step. It lets you explains everything to you. It helps you decide what you want to do a staking ladder, do single stakes. It's an amazing site. Just type in RHMax HEX Scout. I did a walkthrough with one of the guys from there not too long ago too. Yeah, long live Godwell for sure, man. What's the safest way to run a Pulse node? The safest way? I mean, you basically decide whether you want to run it in the cloud or run it at home. So if you want to run it at home, there's different things. You got validatorstore.com. You can buy your own hardware, do your own stuff, or you can use validatorstore.com. It's people in the community that will sell you a hardware kit and all this stuff. I think there's also managed services for people to manage it for you and all that too. If you want to do it in the cloud, let's see. So tinyurl.com/go-validate. By the way, I have a link tree. Let me show you guys my link tree real quick. Shoot, I forget the URL. Just go to my Twitter. My link tree has a link to all this stuff. Yeah, link tree. So I created this recently. So it's got Go Real DeFi. It's got the install guide. Yeah, so if you click, so that's the install guide. Did I not put the? I didn't put the. My bad. Apparently I didn't put the tiny URL one up here. So anyways, tinyurl.com. /go validate. That will take you to this site. This is the landing page. It's a landing page that tell you how to become PulseChain validator. Just give you an introduction, what it looks like, what it means, what the process looks like. And then shout out to Richard Hart. And then, yeah, step one, get the hardware. Again, you can buy your own, use the cloud. I like using the cloud because there's just a lot of advantages. I don't have to worry about battery backups. I don't have to worry about, it's more expensive. You pay monthly. I don't have to worry about utilities. I've went over a million times different pros and cons. Just search my Twitter or ask me specific questions if you're interested. Install Linux, run the setup script, and then do a couple of manual steps, which are heavily described. There's a video here. I'll talk all about it. And the wiki, of course, which is what the link tree points to. This is the epic rundown of everything you need to know to be a validator, how to use the script, how to make it easier. 85% of the process automated, all that stuff. Got a table of contents, runs you through everything, debugging, networking side, withdrawals, frequently asked questions, all the videos, how validators work. Talked about that. Profitability. Yeah. So check that out if you're interested in being a Pulse node. So there's a validator and there's a node. So the node, you can just run your own node. You can actually have an RPC script. So you can just set up the clients to be a node, and then you can, you don't have to use Infura. You can set up MetaMask or whatever client you're using to use your own server. You can run your own node, right? And talk to your own client. And I got instructions on all that stuff too. And this is for validators specifically. You can turn let your validator be your own local node. And then, so node is just, you have a copy of the blockchain. You can use it to communicate with the network, all that stuff. Validator is you're a node and you're also validating transactions. That's the basics of it. So I assume you meant how to be a validator, the safest way to run a validator, but yeah, it's node, it'll set up as node as well. Pretty cool. lag. Is that on my end or your end? I don't know. I don't see my network seems okay. It's a great reload opportunity. Some people think it is. Some people think it is. Some people are going to get out and never come back. Or they're going to get out and buy back higher. One possibility, at least. Just what I think. You much man over research too. Thank you. Appreciate that. It is, you do need to do some research. You do need to learn Linux. Let's see. Did I put a Linux walkthrough here? Let's see. Because a lot of people get stuck, especially the manual steps, because again, it automates most of it, but there are a couple manual steps that you need to understand how to do command line and Linux to do, or you're just going to be frustrated. So yes, please go here. Setting up and running a validator requires basic knowledge of Linux command line. Here's a playlist. I always tell people, go through this playlist, spend about an hour or so, go through the first 5, 10, whatever. Get a good handle, install Linux on another computer, in a virtual machine, whatever you want to do. Get familiar with it before you start doing validating, because yeah, it's easy to get stuck if you just are not familiar with the environment. A little bit of a learning curve, but it's pretty cool. Once you get it up and running, it's pretty cool. But again, assume you're going to dedicate some time to doing that. Let's place on your YouTube channel. It is not. It is on the wiki though, so it's not my playlist. It's I mean, I do have Linux AMAs. If you do RHMax Linux AMA, you can learn. You can see me installing Ubuntu, using MetaMask and Firefox and command line stuff and all that. So I have like 33 validator AMAs and like 3 or 4. I thought I had like 3, didn't I? Yeah, 3 or 4 Linux AMAs. And I have had to install Ubuntu Linux here. Let me just put, yeah. So this takes you through installing Ubuntu Linux. I use the virtual machine on my computer to do it, but it takes you through all that. So yeah, I have guides and all this stuff. I need to retweet that one too. That's been a while. Maybe I should just post the video on Twitter too. Of course, man. Of course. Can I just buy the node and have it on standby after I learn to run it? I mean, buy the node. So I guess you're talking about buying it from Validator store. I guess so. I mean, however you want to do it, but I would just say, yeah, I would just say learn the Linux command line. It doesn't really matter when you buy it. I don't think the price is, I would suspect the price is going to go up there, but the deposits, however, again, if you think PLS is going to go up right now, yeah, around $3,200 to be a validator. If the price goes up 2x, $6,000 to $7,000 to be a validator. So if you don't have the PLS and you believe the price is going to go up, one strategy is you could acquire the PLS, set that to the side, learn Linux, make sure you're comfortable with that, and then run your validator, get your plan for that. But it does take planning. Again, if you're running at home, a lot more planning than running it in the cloud, for example. If you're running the cloud, let's see, here's my tutorial. Oops. Yeah, exactly. So I believe price is going to go up. So I wanted to get mine early and plan on validating for a long time. It's pretty cool. And once I do it, I barely look at it. I literally haven't checked it for a couple weeks. Every once in a while, I'll just go to Beacon Explorer and check it. Check that it's still running good. But not much to do once you get up running in the cloud. Now at home, you got to have battery backup. You got to segment your net. I recommend segmenting your network for security, putting on a different router. So if anything ever happens, they don't get on your network. Yeah, I have a bunch of streams about this. Type in RHMax validator security. I like to talk about this extensively. All right, what else? I'm about to wrap up here. It's a good stream. Appreciate all the questions. Maybe I'll go to one more. Let's go to my Twitter because I retweeted the staker count. Was interesting. I love this for me. I like real DeFi. Can't remember where I got it. Did I do AI generated or something, or did I just go to meme generator and do this? I can't remember. Been a while. This cracks me up too. Does your dog bite? No, but it can hurt you in other ways. Richard Hart was right. Hex is not a Ponzi. Bitcoin's no tech. Bitcoin gets hurt. Oh, that's awesome. Let's see. Yeah, I highly recommend if you're new to Hex and PulseChain and ICOS and all that, you're interested, check out this stream I did yesterday. Just go to my channel. Go to the one I did yesterday with Crypto Kong. It's called HEX PulseChain Deep Dive. Where's the one? It's really good one too. Many Cryptos put out a lot of really cool infographics. Yeah, this is the one. So Ben Sierra, awesome. Had him on the show a bunch of times. Plan on to keep having him on. Active HEX takers grew by 11% in 2023, 117 to 129, 126 are active PX, 121 on EHEX. There was another one. I probably scrolled past it that he posted. Oh, this is a new one. Let's check out HEX taking penalties 2023. User penalties increased since 2022, 1.2 billion. Wow. Yeah, HEX takers get paid penalties, by the way, a portion of them. Where's the other one I thought was interesting? He has a lot of good charts. Does a lot of amazing work. Yeah, shout out to Ben Sierra. Yeah, we had him on the other day. That was a great stream. All right, I think that's again, if you're interested in buying PulseChain, using the apps or whatever, I like the site, gorealdefi.com. Buy now. If you want to learn, that's another thing too. Click on learn to earn, click on HEX. It'll take you to HEX Scout. It'll tell you all about HEX, all about the performance, all about the projections, and just all the different charts. Amazing stuff. Want to learn about PulseChain? This is the crypto onboarding. This is something for new people and for community members. You can share it with new people. Got 21 videos on this playlist of everything you can think of to do in HEX and PulseChain and PulseX and different commentary and just how to buy it, how to sell it, how to trade it, stake it, different products, MetaMask, all that stuff. And I've got PulseX video, which I linked to Crypto Coffee, which if you're not sure about what PulseX is, Coffee does an excellent job in this video, pretty recent one as well. So got all the resources you need to win here. We have everything we need to win. I don't care if crypto's down today, altcoins do this, all this stuff. We're going to win. Like, I truly believe that. And there's nothing certain in life. All I can do is place the bets where I think they're most valuable, most ROI. I get the most bang for my buck, for my time, energy, and money. That's this ecosystem. It's pretty clear. So, yeah. Awesome, man. Good to meet you as well. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Ayokaji. Nice to meet you as well. Always good to see new people come in, or maybe you're not new to the ecosystem, maybe you're just new to the channel, but welcome. And yeah, glad you come by, and hope that you have the maddest of gains as we all here as well. Oh, you asked sure I could back up HEX PulseChain for $32 hold. Let me know which one I hold. So to be a validator, you would need PulseChain, PLS. So PulseX is the DEX coin, which currently has limited utility. Who knows in the future? But PulseChain is the one that you would need to use to make deposits for your validator. So that's the one that the $3,200 in PLS is what you would need to make a deposit in Validator today, for example. Yes, we win together. Appreciate that, Lovex. Good to see you, man. Archie, you as well. All right, everyone. That's all I got. Very motivated. Like I said before, I think I'm more motivated to come and stream on red days, because it's like I think it's good to remind people while we're here and what's awesome about this ecosystem. So till next time, Scivive and 5555. We are out.